Recently, a friend of mine told me that she has plans to run a half marathon within 6 to 8 months to get into shape. And immediately, the first idea that popped into my head was Galloway's book on running. If you don't know Galloway's book on running, it's considered the holy grail, the Bible of long distance running. It has a strategy to train for a marathon, and it's very straightforward, very easy. It's very simple. You start off the first week, if you want to train for a marathon, running your regular schedule, 2, 3, 4 days a week, 2, 3 miles a day. But every weekend, you have your long run. And you start off with your long run at 1 mile. Then week number 2, your long run is 2 miles. Then week number 3, your long run is 3 miles, and so on and so on. And you never increase the length of your runs during the week. They're still 2, 3 miles a day, 3, 4 days a week. You just slowly increase the length of your long run. So when the time for the marathon comes around, 26 weeks later, you will have trained your body to run a marathon okay without dying. This is similar to an ancient Chinese story that because of your experience, you probably have already heard. There's this young kid who watches this kung fu master jump over a ginormous oak tree. And the kid says, "Hey, kung fu master, can you teach me how to jump over an oak tree?" And the kung fu master says, "Sure, no problem." So the kung fu master shows up at the kid's house with an acorn, and he plants the acorn into the ground. And he says, "When this thing sprouts, jump over it every day." Fast forward 25 years, and this kid is now an adult jumping over an oak tree every day. This is the same advice that has been given in every culture and every language since the dawn of time. You can achieve greatness if you play the long game, if you play the long game grind. Slow and steady wins the race. You can eat an elephant, but you have to eat it one bite at a time. You can do anything you want, so long as you figure out what to do every day, sustainably, comfortably, repeatedly, and do that same thing every day that will slowly build you up until you get to the point where you want to be. And here's a fantastic way to do this if you want to consistently improve your charisma, if you want to consistently increase your conversational skills, if you want to consistently increase your seduction skills. And it goes like this. You go to a social situation. You look around. You imagine something that you'd like to feel comfortable doing that is just a teeny tiny bit outside of your comfort zone. Not too far out, just a little bit outside your comfort zone. Maybe walk up to a pretty girl and say, "Hi, I think you're pretty." That's it. Just imagine doing something. Imagine feeling comfortable doing something that is just a little bit outside your comfort zone. Then come up with a very short, very powerful affirmation in the present tense that describes that thing. I easily talk to pretty girls. I easily start conversations with pretty girls. Something like that. Then at night, as you fall asleep, repeat that affirmation to yourself over and over while visualizing the thing you want to be able to do. And then you do this until it becomes easy. First, you make it true in your mind, then it will become true in the world. And once that next step is easy, which it will become if you repeat these affirmations every night and visualize every night, it will become easy. Then you just move on to the next step. And you do this for the rest of your life. You slowly expand your comfort zone, until your comfort zone is so big that anything in your wildest imaginations exists within your comfort zone, and you can do that easily and naturally. Now compare two people. One person is always looking for shortcuts, some magic trick, some magic idea to get into their head so they can poof themselves magically into the life of a wealthy playboy. And then imagine somebody like you who ditches the idea of shortcuts, who knows well enough to ditch the idea of quick magic self-development and plays the long game grind. Somebody who does something every day to slowly expand your comfort zone. 3 years later, 2 years later, 1 year later, this guy's in the same place, running in circles, looking for magic fixes. Well, you, on the other hand, dear viewer, have improved your charisma significantly. Because you've done things like this before, this is familiar to you. This should be familiar to you. So you can do this now. And once you begin to do this every day, once this becomes comfortable, once this becomes part of your daily habit, you won't really notice it anymore. It'll just be part of your daily habit to imagine something just outside your comfort zone and lull yourself to sleep every night with your affirmations while visualizing what that is. And your life will continuously get better. There is no other personal development method that is as powerful, that is as tested by time as this simple method. Luckily, because you've already done this before, it's just a matter of choosing one little thing to do every day to consistently improve yourself. People like you that have put this into place have become magnificently better in their lives, have become fantastically better in their lives. Now, if you want to significantly enhance this process while you're saying your affirmations, while you're visualizing yourself to sleep every night, listen to one of our subliminals on this channel. Find one that matches your visualization, find one that kind of matches your affirmations, and then just listen to subliminals, say your affirmations, visualize what you want to have happen, and you'll slowly get better. That's the secret of self-improvement. Pick a daily grind you can do sustainably, you can do comfortably, you can do consistently, and you will consistently get better. Imagine what your life would be like today if you started to do this a year ago. Imagine what your life will be like a year from now. Imagine how much more persuasive you will be once you start to do this every day. Imagine how much more charismatic you will be once you start to do this every day. Imagine how much more seductive you will be once you start to do this every single day. If you want to learn more, check out the links below. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.